With the TMC Mega Raffle well underway, your window to win the amazing prizes up for grabs will be gone before you know it.
That's right, and here to remind us what is at stake and what your raffle tickets can do for our community is Executive Director and Spokesperson Kathy Rice. Good to have you here, Kathy.
It's great to be back.
So we're talking about the raffle today.
Right.
So tell us what we need to know and why it's so special.
Well, great questions. Actually, what you need to know is tickets are selling really fast, considerably ahead of the last several years. That next big deadline is midnight, March the 5th, but I think tickets are going to be gone before that.
Uh-oh.
So last year we sold out early on that day. This year we're trending to sell out even earlier, which means that two things, I think, to your second part of the question is this particular raffle means so much to the community because they can see firsthand the difference that these dollars are making at TMC, the programs that have been introduced, the new equipment. It really is a win-win, but for everybody who is maybe on the fence yet and saying, well, I've got some time before I get the ticket, not the case.
Yeah, you definitely want to get in there, get your chance to win amazing prizes, which we'll talk about. But you talk about this idea that it's really win-win, not only for you if you get it, but TMC, of course, wins big. The 50-50 jackpot is going to be bigger than ever, you said, right?
It is unbelievably high right now. I think this morning when I checked, we're upwards over $700,000. That's where we ended up last year. I think with the remaining, X amount of days left, that jackpot probably is going to hit somewhere in the neighborhood of $850,000. And then some lucky winner is going to get half, and the other half goes directly to TMC.
Let's talk about some of the prizes now.
Sure.
And what are the odds in this?
Odds of winning 1 in 20, which are incredible if you think about just that fact. And there's over 2,800 prizes. Total prize package over $2.2 million. Grand prizes are incredible. You have the beautiful AF Sterling home, or you're going to take the cash option of $625,000, or grand prize number 2 is that beautiful Jaguar. It's the electric all-new
I-Pace.
I-Pace.
That thing's beautiful.
It's sexy.
Yeah, so just imagine cruising down the road in that thing. You also get some cash, I know, with that.
Well, or you take the cash option of $150,000, and then there's 12 other vehicles, and there's trips to destinations all over. Those early bird prizes, spectacular. Both are over $70,000 if you get in before that deadline, or frankly, before those tickets are gone.
Yep, and we daydream about those vacations, and of course, imagine being in your own brand new custom home. I mean, there's so much to love about this. Of course, going back to the big winner, it's TMC.
Correct.
So talk about, over the years, the impact that this has had on their programs and their ability to serve the community.
Exactly. Well, to date, over $7 million has gone back to TMC to benefit those programs and equipment. And the way that TMC does it, which I think is so special, when they decide where these dollars are going to go, they specifically look at what programs and what equipment is going to have the biggest impact on patient care. That's their motivation. When we hear about some of the things, from the teeniest of babies through end-of-life care, there literally is not a single aspect of the hospital that isn't being impacted when someone takes the time to buy a ticket.
And speaking of time, the early bird deadline is quickly approaching. What do we need to know?
Well, these started arriving in homes again this week for that don't miss out. Speaking of which, do you guys have your tickets?
Oh, I'm working on it.
Right.
What the heck are you waiting for?
I don't know, actually. I don't know what my problem is. Thinking about all these prizes, 1 in 20 chances.
Well, definitely the early bird is amazing, but again, if we are selling out, which is what we're trending to do on that early bird cutoff, that's the last chance to be eligible for all the prizes. So for anybody who is not, they're procrastinating, thinking they've got a little bit more time, don't think like that, because it will be gone, and you and I will be sitting here next year talking about, oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited.
Time flies, and of course, to be eligible, you just have to be present in Arizona, right?
For all of our winter visitors right now, anybody who is present in the state of Arizona can buy that ticket by going online to tmcmegaraffle.org or calling that phone number that's operators are standing by 24/7. but it's knowing that you really truly have incredible chances at winning, but even if you don't win, the miracles that are happening at TMC, because you took a chance and bought that ticket, you're really part of something quite special.
It's as easy as that. Kathy Rice, I'm going to give them the information. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And you could win, like we're saying, some really amazing prizes. There are limited 3-pack tickets for sale for $250, and single tickets can also be purchased for $100. You can get yours by visiting tmcmegaraffle.org, or you can call 800-395-8805.